Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 14 of the Hightide. I'm your host, Ed. Today I have a returning guest on, Chase. How are you doing, man?
Not too bad. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I've had a pretty good day so far.
I'd say so. I mean, magnet fishing earlier. Didn't really catch much, but
Yeah,
it
dude.
was
So
fun to get out there.
my dad fucking got me that for Christmas, and I was like super excited to use it. This is the first chance we've actually been able to go magnet fishing because we've had a few nice days, but the lake's been pretty frozen over.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's crazy. It was like yesterday, the whole thing was frozen over, and today it's pretty much all melted. And
Yeah.
it's weird, the way it melted, it's like, melted on the New York side. Vermont side is like completely frozen still.
Yeah, that's true shit. Yeah, and we went out on like this rock bridge too. That was pretty fun. It was a bit much, some of those rocks, but we made it.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot better today though than it usually is in the summer because everything's a little bit more frozen. So like,
Oh yeah,
so the
you're
rocks
saying
have
that.
less give to them. In the summer, you really gotta check the rocks before you step on them because you will.
How
bust your
how
ass.
long do you think that like it's just like the way it's set up is just like a bunch of rocks like just jutting out into the water and you can like walk across and so it went like half a mile.
There and back, definitely, yeah,
Yeah, there and back. It's probably a quarter mile out.
yeah, at least. Because I mean, it took us what, probably 40 minutes to get to the other side. 20. That's it.
I'd say like 20
20 minutes.
25 there, 20, 25 back.
Yeah,
And we chilled for like a good 10, 15 at the one end.
yeah. No, that is It's a really pretty location because
Yeah, it
you're
made for
right
some
there.
nice pictures.
Yeah, I got some nice pictures, and it's just like you're just kind of in the middle of the water, and nothing really around here is kind of like that. Not that I
Yeah,
know of.
that's true shit.
We were talking about it, like how we thought it might have been used during the Civil War.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not the Civil War, but the Battle of Plattsburgh.
Battle of Plattsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, because they had that fort there, but they were talking how they built that one fort like
It's I
backwards.
think it's Fort Ticonderoga, right?
I think that is Ticonderoga, yeah.
Yeah, they guess they built it the wrong side, so they abandoned it. And my theory is it's kind of like, because that's always been known as a bridge, where we walked today.
Yep.
So my theory is that it was like a bridge from one side of the lake to the other, so they could transport men and guns and all that. And I think they gave up once they realized they built the fort backwards.
Yeah, because like it's all fucked up now and like it's pretty treacherous. There's a lot of cracks and shit. But I feel like at one point like that was all like a smooth like set of stones.
Yeah, you can definitely tell because like I don't know if you noticed, like towards the shore, all the rocks were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Out in the water where it gets deeper and water rises more.
Yeah, and I was saying too, like I've been there before, and it was about 5 years ago. I've only been there one other time, and when I went, it was when the lake was really high. We had floods and shit that year. Like all those rocks were underwater. Like I didn't even know there was like a stone bridge there. Like I thought this was just like a dead end road.
Yeah,
No,
I
it was
remember that.
really cool.
I remember that. It was I think 3 or 4 years ago now. We just had crazy flooding because we had a bad winter and it just all melted and
Yeah, it's been a relatively mild winter this year.
yeah, I'll take it. I mean,
We had some cold spurts and we had one big snowstorm, but nothing too bad. It's also getting nice pretty early in the year compared to normal, I feel like. I don't know, maybe sometimes it's nice like this around this time of year, but
usually it's at least there's still snow on the ground in March, but for the most part,
yeah, no, we've
it's,
studied at like 40 plus degree weather.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing a sleeveless, you were wearing fucking shorts today, and we were like out in the middle of the fucking lake.
I think it got up to like 53.
But dude, it was weird because like we're just walking around in like shorts and shit, and like walking out into the middle of the lake. But then like parts of the lake were still pretty frozen. There's also like people ice fishing at the same time.
Yeah.
It was like kind of weird.
It's a weird dynamic when you got people acting like it's a different season than it is.
Yeah.
And I would never do that personally. Just walk out on ice when you see, oh hey, the whole rest of the lake is not frozen.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a smart idea.
I mean, they were smart enough not to take their cars on the ice, so I'll give them props for that. 'cause
Oh yeah,
people
there was
around
just like a
here-
thing like not
around
that long
here are
ago
not known for
somebody
being the
sank their
smartest.
fucking truck in the water.
Yeah, that was.
Well, people drive like big ass like fucking F-250s and shit out on the ice and like
Dude, it honestly doesn't take that much. My brother's his wife's dad, so I don't stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
He
Or it'd be like
or
father-in-law.
a father-in-law, yeah. He was driving an ATV on the ice, and it cracked, and he fell through, and he had to be taken, like, flown to UVM.
Oh shit! Did he make it?
Yeah, he made it. Lost the four-wheeler, but he's all right.
Should go magnet fishing for that.
Be quite the jackpot.
Bro, you need like quite a few people to pull that up, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, that's, I mean, that was last year. That thing is probably deep in the mud.
Oh, yeah. Well, just the weight of it alone, too.
Yeah, that motherfucker sank.
Yeah, I'm excited to do some metal detecting as well. I found, like, dude, literally, like, I was told, like, don't get your hopes up, like, the chances of finding, like, cool shit is, like, not that high. And the first time I ever went, dude, was at my old house that I grew up in. And, this was, like, an old-ass house. Probably not as old as this house that we're living in now, but fucking the first thing I pulled, dude, was an axe head. Like, an 1800s axe head. And then, like, later in the day, I pulled, like, an old German coin. And, like, I've metal detected a few times since then and haven't found jack shit. All I've found is trash. But I was like, oh my god, like, I just, like, thought you find, like, cool shit all the time. Because, like, the first few things I found were, like, sick as fuck. But it was just, like, I guess beginner's luck, maybe.
Well, honestly, I think you wouldn't find, like, I mean, you would find boring shit, don't get me wrong, but, like, I think around here is the place to go because there were so many battles. Plattsburgh was, like, a really big place for war.
There was actually, I think, I want to say last summer, or maybe the summer before, there's, like, I don't know the name of the group, but there's a group of, like, a couple hundred people that are, like, big into metal detecting, and they all, like, put their money together and take trips and go metal detecting in, like, historic areas and shit.
That's cool.
And they went in, like, all the fields in Shazy, like, a couple summers ago. There was, like, a couple hundred people, like, just metal detecting the fuck out of everything.
They probably found some cool shit, man.
More than likely, yeah. No, yeah, my dad's friend is pretty big into it, and he's found some cool shit over the years. He's found, like, old, like, musket parts,
I found a lot
like,
of that around
lead musket shots and shit. He's found, like, old, like, war shit. But I feel like a lot of what you find is fucking, not even cans, but, like, the soda tabs for cans.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, those are, like, really small, but, like, it'll be reading. So, like, sometimes you'll dig, like, a big-ass fucking hole. Like, you could bury a dog in the size fucking hole you're digging. Just to find, like, a little tiny fucking metal tab. But, like, it could also be, like, a German coin, you know what I mean? Like, so you just never know. But, and I don't have the greatest metal detector, so it's, like, you know, sometimes it's not going to read the most accurately, but the one I have, I think, is not, like, a beginner one, but it's not, like, a high-end one. It's, like, an intermediate-level metal detector. But I haven't really fucked around with that too much. Luckily, Christmas Day was pretty fucking nice out, and I was able to metal detect on Christmas Day, actually, which is fucking shocking. But my dad had shot, like, he was missing a bunch of crossbow bolts, so, like, I just went around and found all those fucking crossbow bolts for him. It's pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah. I mean, when it comes to metal detecting, I don't think you need anything crazy. Because, you know, like, $1,000 metal detector is the same job as a $200 one.
Yeah.
They both find metal.
Yeah, for sure. No, you don't need anything crazy with a lot of things, man. Like, it's different if you're, like, really, really into it, but, like, even podcasting, dude, like, you just got a simple mic, and I've got an okay laptop. Nothing crazy. Gets the job done.
That's all you really need, man.
Yeah, speaking of, should probably let the viewers know, I've got a camera coming in, so this should be the last, if not one of the last episodes without video. So hopefully I'll have video soon.
You got a camera among other things.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of shit for my room. We'll get into that a bit later. But one of the reasons I want to have you on the podcast, man, obviously I enjoy talking to you and whatnot, but we're about to go into a pretty crazy diet. But a little backdrop before we talk about this diet and shit. Should talk about what led us to needing to go on this crazy diet.
You want to start? Or?
You can go ahead if you want.
So we were talking about this a little bit last night. COVID, in and of itself, like it goes after people who aren't healthy, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at people nowadays, like there's friends I haven't seen in a couple, like since quarantine started. They used to be in top shape. Now they're not. They're overweight.
Dude, I know so many people that gained a fuck ton of weight.
You just gain, like when there's nothing to do and you can't really eat anywhere, like you have to just do takeout, like McDonald's, whatever. Like that adds up over a year, man. Like
yeah,
and gyms are closed. Like it's kind of COVID is kind of it's kind of harder than just COVID, like because when people stop losing that ambition to maintain health.
Yeah.
You know, like it can affect more people that way.
Yeah, like me personally, so like I want to say late 2018, early 2019, I was 260s, 270, somewhere in that range. And I started eating relatively healthy, but I wasn't like, really working out. I wasn't watching my weight on the scale or anything like that. I was just like trying to eat a little bit better, and I was working at this hotel, and like it wasn't like the most physically demanding job, but I was low-key kind of busting ass, because like at least like twice a week they would have me. It was the Comfort Inn, and that's like a huge ass hotel, and there's like a lot of hallways. They would have me vacuum the entire hotel hallways. So like twice a week, dude, like that's a lot of steps. It's a lot of fucking vacuuming and shit. And I was doing a bunch of shit with the hotel, just all sorts of shit. And like I would just take trash in and out for like an hour. Like I would just be taking trash out from like all over the fucking building, like every day. And so I lost a little bit of weight, and then I moved to the Renaissance where I lived for a couple of years. And they had a gym there, which was nice, and it wasn't anything crazy. But I really just started working towards it. Eventually, I started doing intermittent fasting and started working out. And I was able to get down to, without really going to a gym or anything, I was down to around a little over 200. And then I started going to an actual gym. And this gym was sick, dude. Like, you remember it. Like, it was the wellness center. It actually went under during COVID. But dude, it was cheap as fuck. Like, it was with my student discount, it was like, I want to say it was only like $20-$30 a month. And anybody that wanted to come with me, dude, it was $1 for a day pass for the basketball court, which also had the heavyweight punching bag, jump blocks, some small dumbbells and shit. Yeah, but that wasn't part of the day pass. But they could play basketball and they could do kettlebells. So like, dude, it was to the point where like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I would come home after class and do like a 20-30 minute kettlebell workout. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, I would go to the gym for like an hour and a half after school, dude. I would go there, I would run on the elliptical for like 10-15 minutes or the treadmill. And then I would play basketball for like a good half hour. And then I would hit the bag, run laps around the gym, hit the bag some more. Like I would just do that for a little bit. And then I would end with like a 20-30 minute kettlebell workout. Full body kettlebell workout. And then I'd fucking come home and shower. And I did that every week. And then every Saturday I was fucking playing basketball or like hiking or whatever. And then COVID hit, man. And my gym closed, so I stopped going to the gym. I was also, when I was doing all that with the gym, I was, at that point I wasn't working at the Comfort Inn anymore. I was working at Dollar General doing truck all the time, which was very physically demanding, and I was burning hella calories doing that. I ended up quitting my job because of COVID, and then I kind of played into the whole shit with the media, dude, and I was like, fuck, like, I don't want to go to Walmart, like, I'm gonna get sick and fucking die, which obviously wasn't necessarily the case, so I was like, fuck, dude, so I literally would just DoorDash, like, all day, every day. Not all day, every day, but, like, at least once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day for fucking 8 months on end. And then I also went through a phase where I was doing a lot of drugs, and Xanax is really bad for weight gain and shit. And then when I quit doing drugs, when you quit cocaine, not that I really had a coke habit per se, but I did a fair amount of cocaine over a couple months, maybe like almost a year span. And quitting cocaine also like makes you gain a lot of fucking weight. And then I also was depressed for a little bit, and just had a lot of anxiety, and also didn't have like the best support mechanisms, which all leads to weight loss or weight gain.
I think that's another like key thing with quarantine. You talk about gaining weight, like depression really set in for a lot of people.
Drug use increased a lot,
drug use.
dude, 10 fucking fold.
And they kind of go hand in hand, because
Yeah.
you feel better when you're on the drug, but as soon as it wears off, you're left feeling shitty. You know, like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
No money, like.
Yeah, there was quite a few times where I'd like do a bunch of drugs and like wake up the next day and I'm just like, I can't believe I've done this. And it's whatever. You live and you
Sometimes
learn.
I'll wake up the next day. Thankful I woke up the next day. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, there's been a bunch.
I've had a few nights like that too.
We really risked it, man, and I'm glad we're off that.
Yeah, I haven't done. I don't smoke weed anymore. I did get drunk like a week or two ago and smoke a little bit of weed, but I haven't. Aside from that, I haven't smoked weed in a couple months. Haven't done coke since New Year's, and then I haven't done Xanax. I don't know when the last time I did Xanax was, but it's been at least 3 months, probably longer.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
happy for you.
Yeah,
like,
you as well, man. Not really doing too much anymore either.
I mean, I smoke every day, pretty much, and I drink like once a week. But compared to what we used to do, like that's
and like smoking's not like a huge thing. I quit for my own personal reasons, but I'm not necessarily for or against people smoking weed. Like, if you want to smoke weed, smoke weed. It's definitely better than a lot of the other fucking things you could be doing.
a lot safer than alcohol. That's
Yeah.
Just go buy alcohol at the store. Can't buy a joint at the store. Can't wait till that day, but it's coming soon.
Yeah, eventually you'll be able to buy like a pack of fucking joints, like a pack of cigarettes.
It's just I can't wait, man. Like that's where it's headed to. Like it's gonna be a reality soon. It's just one.
Yeah, I'm not done smoking weed forever by any means, but I'm just taking a hefty fucking break, especially while I'm getting my health and shit in order. And sometimes weed can be a bit of a financial burden if you're not doing it right. So, and my money is all right, but trying to get my money up there so I can kind of progress further and shit. I've got a lot of bills and bullshit coming up. But yeah, so this diet, let me actually grab this list. We have a list of all of the things we're allowed to consume. So, in the past, intermittent fasting has worked for me, but I'm excited for this diet because this diet is, I don't know, this is like, we didn't look this up or anything, this is kind of a specific diet that we came up with, but I've fasted before and I've calorie counted, and I've tried to like kind of not cut carbs completely or go like low carb per se, but I've tried to just emphasize like eating more protein and shit, which worked. But I've never done like a full blown like intermittent fasting, low calorie, relatively low carb with like all healthy shit. So I think we're gonna get pretty good results. We're trying to do this for about 2 months. I'm saying until the end of May, and we're starting Monday. We're technically starting tomorrow, actually. So you recommended starting with the 2-day water fast, which I found interesting, and I'm willing to give that a try. You want to talk about the 2-day water fast?
Yeah. So
and your experiences with it in the past?
Yeah. So I've only ever done 1 or 2 water fasts. The first one I did for about a week and a half, which you really aren't supposed to do it that long because that does kind of deteriorate your body because you need some kind of food in your life. But a 2-day water fast is you're supposed to start on an empty stomach, and the water will kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Cleanse your system?
Yeah, detoxify and cleanse your system. It's like really good for your colon. There's just a lot of benefits to it because it's only 2 days. You're not really missing out on a bunch of nutrients, and it gives us a way to cleanse our system before the diet.
Yeah. And you're supposed to pretty much, whenever you get hungry, just chug a bunch of water, right?
Yeah, literally, all you eat, drink, is water. That's all that's going into your system. So it can. I've heard it can like fully like basically reset just the way you feel because the way when I did it, I felt amazing probably the third or fourth day into it.
No shit.
After like a week and a half, I started feeling rough. That's why I ate again because I was originally trying to do 2 weeks.
Damn, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah. I ended up losing, I think, 5-6 pounds in that week and a half.
No shit. And that's without exercising as well.
Yeah.
No
I was
shit.
just literally just being a piece of shit in my bedroom, like not doing anything.
Word. We'll get into the whole exercise component of this in a little bit. But, so, I'll read the list of... Well, we'll read items off and then talk about why we think it's, like, a good thing to put in this diet. So, we're starting the 2-day water fast tomorrow morning. So, tomorrow is... this will be uploaded Monday. So, by the time you guys are hearing this, we'll actually be just about done the 2-day water fast. But we're starting Sunday, Monday on the 2-day water fast, and then Tuesday we're going into this diet. And are you fasting, intermittent fasting with this diet, or no?
So I plan to intermittent fast. I pretty much do now.
Yeah, you kind of do, yeah.
I don't eat at work. So like the only thing I would change is because we're eating less fatty foods. I would like to eat like a salad or something, an apple, like something during work, so I don't drain myself completely.
Word.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I think for the first month I'm gonna do a 8-hour window, and then the second month I'll probably do a 6-hour window. So I'm probably gonna do 12 to 8 the first month, and then 12 to 6 the second month. And we're doing not a cheat day every 2 weeks. We're doing a cheat meal, and it's not like a full-blown, like, we're gonna go get a bunch of Domino's or some shit. It's more or less just, like, we're gonna eat, make homemade burgers or something. And maybe sometimes we'll eat some pizza or whatever the fuck, but, other than that, we're pretty much just gonna be sticking to what's on this list. So we've got fruits. Fruits are just a good source of, natural sugars and carbs. We got vegetables. Vegetables kind of obvious. It's just vegetables are pretty healthy. We've got rice. We've got oatmeal. Protein shakes. Protein/granola bars. And we've got full flavored yogurt. And full flavored, full calorie yogurt's good because it's a healthy source of fat. One thing we're trying to make sure is that we're actually getting some healthy fats in this diet because we are going to be doing it for 2 months. We've got eggs, which are actually one of the most balanced foods you can possibly eat. We've got beef jerky, which isn't the best thing out there, but
protein.
Yeah, we've got nuts. We've got pepperoni, cereal, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is actually we looked into a lot of these different foods and whatnot. I did not know how fucking healthy dark chocolate was for you.
It's pretty much I think it's categorized as a superfood.
I think so, dude. Like, most things I was looking up, like the 10 healthiest foods, like dark chocolate was one of them. And it's also a really good source of healthy fat, too. And a lot of the shit that I was reading said, like, I think you're more than, like, 50% less likely to have heart problems if you eat dark chocolate more than 5 times a week. Which is pretty crazy. Then we've got wine. So we usually drink on the weekends. But during this, we're probably going to drink every 2 weeks. And during this time, the only way we're allowed to get drunk is via wine. And, because normally, like, it's good to have, like, wine in small doses. So instead of doing, like, a glass of wine every night, because it's really bad to drink alcohol while working out. We'll get into that in a little bit, but, so instead of doing, like, a glass of wine a night, we're just gonna drink, like, a bottle or 2 of wine every couple weeks. And we're gonna get, like, actually, like, legit wine and not the cheap sugary shit. And I think you said red wine's usually what's pretty good for you, right?
Yeah, the red wine it's an antioxidant.
Yeah.
Kind of like blueberries or anything like that.
Actually, berries is the next thing on our list. Berries have a lot of antioxidants.
Berries,
and they're just
but
really good.
one in specific is acai berry.
Yes,
Acai.
I've heard of that.
It's supposed to be like the end all be all like superfood. Like it cleanses you. I could go into depth, but it's good for you.
Then we've got granola. We've got turkey. We've got chicken. Turkey and chicken, it's just actually to get some meat. And one of the struggles with this diet is it's only 2 months, so it's not a huge deal. But me, I personally crave a lot of hot meals and just hot food. So to eat this diet like that, it's gonna be a little bit rough. I can obviously I can cook up eggs and shit, but you need steam or fry vegetables or whatever. But just having turkey and chicken, one, it's a good source of protein. Turkey's got tryptophan in it, which is good for you. And it's just being able to have hot meals. We've got almonds, which is a very good source of healthy fat. We've got sunflower seeds, and which also is a very good source of healthy fat. And as far as liquids, we obviously had wine. We've got milk, preferably almond milk, but sometimes we might get regular milk. We've got tea, which we're not gonna get Lipton tea, sugary shit. We're gonna get actual tea. I like chai tea a lot. I don't know what kind of teas you fuck with.
I think my favorite is I can't remember who makes it. It might be Lipton for all I know. It's an actual tea though. It's hibiscus and sage.
I can get behind that. I like green tea too.
Yeah, green tea is also really good.
Then we had coffee, which again, not gonna go to Dunkin' and get a fucking 6 and 6 fucking caramelized coffee. It's gonna be relatively black coffee. I might put a little bit of Splenda or something in it. And then we've got fruit water, and we've got water as well.
Infused water.
Yeah, infused water. Yeah, so we're actually going to get a pitcher and shit and cut up fruits and vegetables and put into water to infuse it, which I've heard is really good for you as well. I like cucumber water a lot, dude.
Yeah, it's cucumber and lime.
Ooh.
It's good mixture. It kind of has that same kind of feel that the cucumber lime Gatorade had.
Yeah.
Just way less in your face.
Right. That's one thing for me, dude. I drink some not horrible. I sometimes drink coffee. I drink beer on the weekends, which my thing is too with beer, I drink the worst type of fucking alcohol for you. Not necessarily the worst type of alcohol for you, but calorie-wise.
It's the hardiest beer.
Yeah, calorie-wise, I drink hard soda. I'm actually drinking Strongbow hard cider right now, which I've never had, but I actually fuck with it. I like it a lot. But yeah, so versus I don't drink light beer, so it's as far as calories, I drink a 6-pack of fucking hard cider, dude. That's 1,200 calories. That's a lot. So, and I also drink a lot of Gatorade. I drink a fair amount of soda.
Gatorade is actually really bad for you. I mean,
it's one thing if you're going for a crazy hike or some shit and you drink some Gatorade.
It's good for you then, but if you're just chilling, Gatorade is one of the worst drinks for you.
Yeah.
It's literally just salt water.
Yeah, so I definitely drink. That's probably my biggest thing is I drink a lot of fucking Gatorade.
Mine is Dr. Pepper. I can drink Dr. Pepper any day of the week, any minute of the day.
Dude, I used to, when I was in high school, bro, it was very rare that you would see me drink water. All I drank was Diet Mountain Dew. For, a couple fucking years,
I've actually heard that diet soda is worse for you than normal soda because of the aspartame.
In a lot of aspects, yes. It's hard because,
they've proven that aspartame gives you cancer.
Yeah. No, when I worked at McDonald's, dude, they literally made me sign a waiver that was if you drink Diet Coke every day, there's a pretty big chance you get cancer. If you get cancer from drinking Diet,
can't sue us.
Diet fucking Coca-Cola, you can't sue us. And I was what the fuck?
That's
and they don't advertise it on 12 packs of Diet Coca-Cola.
No.
There's probably people that drink Diet Coca-Cola all day, every day. But yeah, like, it's hard to say, like, diet soda's worse for you because, I mean, sugar's also not great for you. It's really bad for your fucking teeth. Definitely leads to, like, afternoon crashes and shit. And you have a lot of calories in actual soda. So, like, that's not good for you. That's where diet soda is, I guess, a little bit better for you. But there's other ways in which diet soda is not as good for you.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of diet soda. Well, I don't drink a lot of soda as it is now.
Yeah, I don't
But
drink
when
much soda at all
When I go
anymore.
out to eat, I always get soda, you know? Like, I usually I drink soda
Well,
when I go out.
that's what's crazy, dude. You go out to eat, right? And, like, I mean, most restaurants and shit, like, water's free, but say you go to, like, a McDonald's drive-thru, right? And, like, I think if you get, like, an actual, like, cup of water, it's free. But, like, I know, like, you can get, like, a large soda for, like, $1 or $2. But if you ask for, like, a bottle of water, it's, like, fucking $3.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah, no, because sugar, they found, like, sugar is more addictive than cocaine. Like, and that's the thing, like, it's
Sugar
not
is
even,
very addictive.
It's not even supposed to be in our systems, like, straight sugar form. Like, we're supposed to get sugar from fruits and that kind of thing.
Right.
But actual sugar, our bodies cannot digest it. It goes straight to our fat cells.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, soda I'd say, is one of the main contributors to obesity nowadays, aside from McDonald's and all the, like, convenient shit.
Right.
I think that's one of the problems with society nowadays is everything is at the tips of our fingers.
That's part of the reason why I'm not gonna announce just exactly where we live on the air, but it's part of the reason I wanted to move out to where we're living, dude. Is like when I was living in Plattsburgh, bro. Like, I was just so fucking easy to DoorDash or just order food all the time. Like out here, there's only a few options,
and you can't DoorDash either.
And you can't DoorDash, and I don't know, like, sometimes I'll still order out, but it's definitely a lot harder to,
it's not everyday
thing, yeah. And it encourages us to cook more and shit, too.
Yeah, I've actually been enjoying cooking more. I love cooking. So.
I love cooking, too, man.
And it's just, I actually read something about
That's part of what's gonna suck about this diet, is, like, there's not really a lot we can cook.
Yeah, I actually read something about this, though. Like, I think it was in 2010 they did a study. 10% of people, or no, 15% of people said they enjoyed cooking. Fast forward 5 years, is down to 10%, which if you look at, because it's usually measured on a 10-year basis, 5 years, I think that's like a decrease of like over 30% of the people that said yes prior 5 years ago.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. There's a lot of people out there that
don't
know how to cook,
it's
or
becoming
like
a lost art
don't ever cook, dude. Yeah.
Like nobody really knows how to cook.
And I mean, like, the thing is like, I cook, but I don't go like fucking balls to the walls and like present it, you know, the best. But generally speaking, like, I can cook. You know, I can't cook a fuck ton of things, but I have like a fair amount of dishes under my belt.
It's a lot more than a lot of other people have.
Yeah, like,
and that's the thing, like. With McDonald's and all these fast food places, it kind of killed the ambition to cook.
Yeah. And it's also just, like, the promotion of, like, living a busy lifestyle and shit, too.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that might start to change because there's, like, a lot of people that had, like, these crazy long fucking, like, drives to work every day. And they're finding out, like, this whole fucking time I could have been working from home. So, like, yeah, like, if you have to drive an hour to work every day and you work a fucking 8-hour shift, your day is really a 10-hour day, and it's like if there's 15 fast food places on your way home, like, chances are you're just going to stop there and get food as opposed to working for 8 hours, driving 2 hours, and then to come home and fucking cook for an hour. It's like, fuck. But, you know, if you're working from home and shit, like, it's nothing to just, like, cook. And that's why, like, I've been doing a lot of the cooking here. You and the other roommate are fucking working. And I'm still on unemployment, but I'm going to school. But for the most part, I'm either done school early in the morning or I have online classes. So it's actually nothing for me to really just fucking cook, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I enjoy cooking, but where I was living before, one, I had a mini fridge as opposed to an actual fridge, so I couldn't, you know, hold the most ingredients and shit. and I was always just cooking for myself. So it's like, if I cook like this elaborate meal, chances are I'd have that for dinner like 3-4 nights in a row. As opposed to we just cook like a dank ass fucking meal, and then the next night we just cook something totally different.
Yeah.
And I love it, dude. Like, for the most part, we've been cooking up. What are some of the things we've cooked since we moved in here? We've done nachos a few times.
My favorite thing to cook is mac and cheese.
Yes, you made some very good homemade mac and cheese.
I'm still trying to perfect my recipe for it, but it's trial and error with it.
We've cooked spaghetti a few times. That's been mostly Franz. He usually does spaghetti.
Yeah, he actually does a good job on it too.
Yeah, spaghetti's pretty good. We've done like quesadillas. We've done breakfast nights. Kibasi and potatoes. We've done burgers. You made hamburger mac and cheese one time. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was alright. That's more something I saw on Facebook, and I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. I don't think I made it completely right either.
No shit.
I would eat it again, but it would be a very last resort kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it wasn't like...
It wasn't great enough to be like, oh,
it
I'll have
wasn't
this
super
again.
great, but it was pretty good. I fucked with it. There's one thing I was thinking of made. Oh, steak, egg, and cheese bagels.
Like fajitas and stuff.
Yeah, fajitas.
We made like homemade tacos one night, and like we went balls to the wall with it.
Yeah. I bought like a bunch of sauces, like queso sauce, like all sorts of shit.
Yeah, chef that up real nice.
Yeah, dude. And we'll definitely go back to a lot of that after this diet. But it's just like trying to eat mostly healthy shit, and it's gonna be protein focused because we're also trying to work out and shit. You do a fair amount of I don't think you do a lot of heavy lifting at your job.
Yeah, I do.
Do you actually?
Well, I didn't when I first started.
You do a lot of walking too, though, right?
I average about 19 to 22,000.
That's good. That's really good.
But when I first started, I wasn't lifting. But now they have me. I pick doors, and I'm lifting them by myself. So I'm lifting heavy shit all day now.
Oh,
but I'm also I want to come home and exercise even more because my biggest thing, like, I don't I want to lose weight in my torso, like my core. I want a strong core. I've never had a strong core. I've never been able to do a pull up.
I got to the point when I was in my prime, like a year and a half ago, I could actually do a couple pull ups, and I was really close to having a six pack. Like, it was starting to form. I had no man tits, no beer gut. Like, I was looking fucking good, dude.
Man tits are my biggest downfall.
Oh, same, dude. I have bigger tits than half the women I went to high school with. It's a fucking shame. But, yeah, no, I want to do that as well. My advice to you working out, like, everybody's different, but for me, like, I found my best time to work out was immediately after work. Because, like, you work all day and it's like, you don't want to come home and work out, but if you power through that, then you can just hop in the shower, make dinner, whatever, and, like, chill the fuck out the rest of the night. Whereas, like, once you sit down, you're not going to want... I mean, maybe you will, but, like, me personally, I found, like, I wouldn't want to get back up and, like, actually work out.
I was thinking about doing it when I first woke up because...
It's also
like,
good.
Waking up earlier and doing it because, like, dopamine's, like, released in your brain when you exercise.
Yeah, it'll wake you up in the morning, too.
Yeah, and it wakes you
get away
up
from
and
doing
you
caffeine and
go
shit.
about your day feeling a lot better if you do it in the morning.
You'll probably fall asleep easier when working out, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mentioned this to you before, so me, like, because I'm not working and I'm working on a book, I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing online school, a lot of my shit, that's another thing that's, like, kind of led me to where I'm at, is just, I'm not even really mostly walking around on campus and shit anymore either, you know what I mean? It's all online classes sitting in front of a fucking computer.
Right.
So, for me, I'm going to try and do cardio in the morning. Now, we wake up roughly around the same time, but if you wanted to wake up, we could wake up early and do cardio in the morning.
Yeah, I wake up around 7 now, going for 8. I was thinking about probably waking up around 6:30.
Yeah,
Even if I did some in the morning and some when I got back, just something to give me that little boost in the morning.
Yeah, so for me, like, I wake up around. My biggest thing right now too is like, I've got this one class that's at like I have to be there at 9 in the morning. I have about like a half hour, 40-minute drive to school every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And my homework's due at 8:45 in the morning, but I have to leave by like 8:20. So, and I like to usually like eat and watch a show in the morning. I'm gonna get away from that just because I'm actually gonna be fasting, so I won't start eating until about noon. So I'll be eating after class. But I like kind of procrastinate my homework, and I'll get my homework done. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I wake up and I'm instantly just like rushing around, like trying to get ready to do this fucking homework, and then I'm rushing out the door, and like sometimes I'm late to school. So I want to actually try and like get home. So like say I get done class Monday, right? And that class's homework is due Wednesday. So I want to get home and do Wednesday's homework Monday afternoon. You know what I mean? And try and do it like that, where that way I can actually wake up in the morning and do a little bit of cardio. But I'm thinking I want to get into running, but I don't want to instantaneously go into running. I want to start with walking.
I want to get into walking, and here's why. Because they said walking is just about as good for you as running, if not better.
Yeah.
Because there's less strain on your body, and you're burning the same amount of calories if you would. Well, here's the thing. Your cardio will get better if you're running.
Right.
And your heart, it'd be a lot better for your heart running because you train your body up. But if you're just going for weight loss, it's effectively the same.
I'm going for weight loss, but I'm also going for muscle gain towards the end of it. So with this diet is mostly about weight loss, overall health, and
summer body. That's why I'm
mainly heart health too. Like I think my heart's pretty unhealthy. I've done a fair amount of drugs and also just ate like shit. I vape a lot. And also, like I said, I went through a really bad phase of like bad anxiety and depression and shit for a year, which is also, anxiety is pretty bad for your heart too. And I used to drink a lot of Ryan energy drinks, which is really fucking bad for your heart. So I'm trying to, that's what some of these foods are geared towards, and that's why I want to do some cardio. But I'm thinking that I want to do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I have to go to school in the morning. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to wake up and hit the punching bag for a little bit. And then I'm going to walk/run on Tuesday and Thursdays. And now that it's nicer out too, I'll be walking the little fucking Pablo dog too. So I'll be walking him quite a bit. And then I want to just get outside and get more sun and shit too. I want to get into biking, among other things.
Yeah, they actually say, like you said about the sun, what is it, I think it's vitamin C, right? That you get from the sun.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. I guess my aunt was telling me, I've read about this too, is like, vitamin D actually correlates, they found, to depression. If you don't get enough vitamin D, it can really pay a toll on your mind.
That's why seasonal depression is actually a real fucking thing,
Yeah.
because it's dark. Especially up here, dude, if you're working like a 9 to 5, dude, it doesn't get bright till like 7, 8 in the morning in the peak of fucking winter up here.
I honestly think there's a lot of depression.
It gets dark by like 5 or 6. Sometimes 4 o'clock if you're dead middle of winter.
Yeah.
You know what else fucking vitamin D correlates to? Being in the intensive care unit with COVID-19. They found that that's like a huge thing, that a huge portion of the people that were like really fucked up and really sick from COVID were like really deficient in vitamin D.
That's kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah. And that's why, partly too, why the African community is pretty negatively impacted by COVID, is because of their skin tone. They don't absorb vitamin D as well as other types of people. That's legitimately like a thing, and that's why fucking Irish people get sunburnt really fucking easily, because they absorb too much vitamin D. I forget where the fuck I read all that shit. But
yeah, I'm part Scottish and Irish, so I was fucked from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten sunburned pretty fucking bad a couple times.
My worst sunburn remember how Jay-Z used to do the summer soccer camps, right?
Yeah, I never participated, but yeah.
Yeah, I did that 1 year in like 6th grade, and it was really hot, so I took my shirt off. And I swear to God, I've never been so sunburnt. And after it went away, I just have insane freckles on the back, on top of my back now.
Damn. Should I embarrass myself on the air and tell them the soccer story I told you the other night?
Yes. Actually, you tell yours, I'll tell mine.
Alright, fair enough.
Embarrassing stories.
So yeah, I want to say it was like my junior year. I was playing soccer in school, and like I was in okay shape by the time the season ended, but like I was like fat as fuck. Like we went to a small school and they didn't do cuts for sports and shit. And I had a pretty good team, so like I actually got to play a fair amount. Like my team would go up like several goals and I'd get to play. And we're beating this team like 4-1 or some shit. And we're at the away game. There's a bunch of spectators and shit, and I'm playing, right? And this kid has the ball, and I go to fucking like shit kick the ball away from him, and I just peg him in the shin by accident, and he trips and falls. So I like help him up, and he's all fucking pissed off. And then I start walking back towards my net, and then my goalie, he was yelling, "Get in the wall." I thought he said, "Get on the ball." And I don't know, like, I literally fouled this guy, and he was lined up to take this free kick, and I thought my goalie was like, "Yo, get on the ball." So I, like, cut in front of this guy that I just fucking tripped, and then I, like, lined up to straight Ronaldo chop this fucking soccer ball, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, lined up, dude, like, I'm about to take this fucking free kick. And then, like, and my own team's standing there in the wall. My own goalie's, like, standing in the fucking net. And, like, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, dude, I don't know what I was fucking thinking, like. But anyways, so the ref, like, walks up and taps me on the shoulder. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, "You're about to take a free kick on your own net." And I was like, oh,
I know.
Shit, you're right. You're right. I was like so disappointed, dude. I really, because I was just like, oh my god, they're gonna let me take the free kick. Oh my god, no way. Like, and then fucking, so I get pulled off the field like a couple minutes after, and my coach is like pretty much like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just a time-wasting strategy. Like, it's all good." I was like, "We're up a couple goals. Figured I'd run down the clock a little bit." he was not fucking pleased.
Yeah, I wish that was on camera.
It probably fucking is somewhere, dude.
If it is, we have to find that, because I would like to see that for my own eyes.
Oh, man. Like, dude, imagine if I would have taken that and then just, like, scored on my own net. Like, I feel like I would have gotten kicked off.
Oh, you probably would have gotten ejected. Well, I don't know about kicked off the team, but
I don't know if I would have been allowed to ride the bus home.
No, you would have been allowed to ride the bus. You just wouldn't have wanted to. You would have gotten memed all hell.
I mean, I did as is, but
yeah,
like,
can you imagine if you scored a goal
on my own fucking. And like the funny thing is too is like we would do free kicks in practice all the time, and like I would never make a goal, but I feel like that would be the one time that like I would straight hit like the cleanest fucking goal, like a straight bar down or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, my story, so it was the same kind of situation. Like, we had a good enough team, and then we were playing my cousin's school, who only has 9 people in their class, right?
No shit.
So we were up. Oh no, it wasn't them actually. It was a different team.
Mm-hmm.
We were up by like 7 goals, and so I went out. I was playing striker. Yeah, for some reason, I'm a fat guy. He put me as striker a lot. I don't know why. So yeah, I was striker, and I think it was our buddy Riley.
Mm-hmm.
He passed me the ball. I was probably 10, 15 feet away from the goal. Wide open goal. The goalie had fell down, dude.
Oh no.
The goalie was on the ground and had a wide open net. I go to fucking Powerhouse, kick this ball, man. Like, I was gonna fucking nail this shit. I kicked the ground first. my foot like wasn't expecting it, so I kicked the ball like very lightly, and it rolled like 2 miles per hour towards the goalpost and bounced out. And Riley was like, "What the fuck, dude? I set you up." I was like, "I'm sorry." What do you expect?
Dude,
It's me.
Riley was on soccer the year I played. He sellied so fucking hard when I scored a goal, dude.
Never got to score.
I did one time.
I almost did that one time, but
Dude, the way I scored, like, so we're in the it was like the sectional finals, right?
I think I actually saw
And
that. I think I saw
you?
that game.
No shit.
I was at that one, I think.
Yeah, dude. So like, we had this Jamaican fellow on our fucking team, and he was like a really bad ball hog, dude. And me and him were playing forward, right? And we got past all the defenders, so like, it's just me, him, and the goalie. And like prior to in this game, dude, like he would like just try and like fucking juke out the goalie and shit instead of passing. Like I could have scored multiple goals that game. Like he just wouldn't pass me the ball. He was just trying to like do all this fancy fucking shit. And so like people were kind of getting pissed off and like giving him shit, right? And I kept telling him to pass me the ball, and like he wasn't, right? But then finally, dude, we get past the defenders. He's got the ball. He like jukes out all the defenders. It's me and him. The goalie's running at him, and I literally look at him and I'm like, Daniel, fucking shoot the ball, dude. And he's just he's just like no. He just like slyly was like no, and then he like fucking jukes out the goalie and then just like kicks the ball to the side, and he just like passed it to me, and it's just like a wide open net, and I just hammered it in. And I was just like, what? Like, everybody's selling so fucking hard, dude.
I think I remember that game. I think I won.
Yeah, no, I had fun playing soccer. It's one of my favorite sports to play.
I was telling you about this last night. Like, I love basketball. Is my favorite sport, but I miss playing soccer more.
I intend to play a lot of soccer coming up here.
Yeah, same.
It's good cardio. That's what's, too, like, working out doesn't have to be, like, in a gym, like, lifting weights and shit. Like,
Literally, it can be anything.
yeah, and I mean, obviously you're not going to gain very good arm strength playing soccer, but, like,
It's cardio.
yeah, it's cardio. Like, it's...
If
And,
you're
like,
moving,
this
it's good
diet,
for you.
like, the next 2 months, like, I do want to bulk up, but that's going to be over the summer after we do this diet. Like, I want to get down in weight before I try and bulk up and gain a lot of muscle and shit. So this is just, like, reset, getting better health, hopefully get my heart a little more healthy, gain some endurance and shit. And, speaking of, like, not having to go to a gym or anything, we're actually, building a gym in our basement. We're lucky enough to have, like, a full-size basement. It's, the ceiling's a bit low, which kind of sucks, but, we've got a punching bag down there right now. And then we've got, I've got a couple kettlebells, I've got a step up, I've got a medicine ball. You brought a couple dumbbells. And it's all concrete floor, so we're going to get some rubber flooring. We want to get a little bench down there, possibly an exercise bike and a rowing machine. Maybe like a TRX. And, not really have to pay for a gym membership, dude. We'll be able to work out whenever.
Yeah, and we're also talking about putting LEDs and a nice sound system down there.
Yeah, and like a water cooler and shit too. Nice table to set your shit on.
It's gonna be a nice setup.
Yeah, I'm excited as fuck, and it's like in a basement that's like an old ass basement, like concrete and shit. So it'll be a lot cooler down there. It
stays cool, yeah. And there's a fridge down there anyways too. You might be able to use.
Yeah.
So it could be the ultimate chill spot if we turn it into that.
Yeah, well, it's a big ass basement. Like I'm thinking we make half of it like a bar / chill spot, and then the other half like a gym.
We definitely could. It's just moving all the furniture down there will be a bitch. But
Yeah, no, and we gotta clean up down there. There's a lot of like loose insulation and bullshit, but it's all a work in progress. But no, I'm excited, dude. I think like for the 2 month span, as far as we talked about kind of our eating and whatnot, I'm trying to kind of do 3 meals a day. Like, well, mostly like 2 meals and then like a snack kind of. But as far as working out, I think I'm going to try and do cardio in the morning. Whether that be biking, running, walking, or hitting the punching bag, depending on my time frame. And then trying to do like kettlebell workouts like 5 days a week. Switch up, like do like full body one day, legs another day, arms another day. So I want to do kettlebell 5 days a week.
Just don't skip
And then,
leg day.
what's up?
Just don't skip leg day. We've all seen that memes.
Yeah. Everyday leg day should be stupid. Is that song? Or should be too thick or some shit?
I don't know.
This is a song. I don't know. But no, I'm trying to do like that, and then fucking on the I'll do that like 4 or 5 days a week. Probably 4 days a week. I'll do 4 days a week kettlebell, and then I'm gonna do a day of non-weighted workouts because your body recovers a lot faster from workouts where you don't use weights. So that could be like jumping jacks, sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, step-ups.
I actually wanted to get into jumping rope.
Yeah, jumping rope. Like just like shit that doesn't involve additional weight, like you're just using your body weight, you recover a lot faster from shit like that. So I'll do that once a week and then take a rest day once a week. And then also like I don't really want to drink. I'll probably like my rest day will be days I drink because drinking and working out is really bad because the way you build muscle, I mean a lot of people know this, I'm not like an expert or anything, but the way you build muscle is you break down your muscle and then it rebuilds and it builds back stronger. But the thing about that is like alcohol inhibits that process, so if you work out and then drink, you're breaking down your muscle and then it's not building back whatsoever, so you're actually worse off than if you just didn't work out. And a lot of people didn't know that. Like I used to, when I first started getting into fitness and whatnot, like I would work out and then drink a couple beers sometimes and like realize that was a fucking horrible move.
Yeah, alcohol in general is usually pretty fatty. Well, not fatty, but it can lead to weight gain. Yeah,
it's also just it's kind of a shitty, like alcohol. At the end of the day, let's be real. Alcohol, like people say, drugs and alcohol. Alcohol is a drug.
Oh yeah,
and it's a really shitty fucking drug.
Yeah, why is this of all of the drugs? Why is this the one that's legal? You know?
Yeah, that's true shit.
It kind of makes you think.
It's also like out of all the drugs, like alcohol impairs your ability to drive. I would argue pretty much the most. Like I mean, Xanax fucks you up. You can't drive, but like
not just driving, but decision making in general.
Yeah.
Because you make decisions on alcohol you would not make when you're sober.
Yeah, there's also like people get drunk. Like a lot of people that like end up committing suicide are drunk. A lot of people that commit crimes. Like, not like, I'm not talking like, you know, high-end crimes like a fucking jewel heist or some shit, but I'm talking like a lot of like convenience store robberies and shit, like people are drinking before they do shit like that. Versus like, you never hear like, man smokes a joint and then robs a convenience store. Or like, man smokes joint then proceeds to belt his fucking children. Like you just don't hear shit like that. Like unless the word Florida is in front of man, then all bets are fucking off.
Yeah, I've come to learn that anytime you see Florida man, just be expected for anything else to come after that.
Yeah, like you never fucking know.
There could be any possibility. Like here, I'll look at Florida man right now. Let's see some of these gold mines.
Oh boy.
Florida man. News. Florida man, 2 days ago, Florida man arrested for masturbating with a pickle on private property. 2 days ago.
Masturbating with a pickle?
Yeah.
How do you masturbate with a pickle?
Like a pocket pussy, maybe? A pocket pickle?
A pocket pickle?
Okay. Florida man hands police his grandfather's severed ears from his pockets. That's not happening anywhere else but Florida.
Why would he hand them to a police officer?
Yeah.
Like, these leave me with so many questions.
Florida man in motorized scooter exposes himself to shoppers at Walmart. The thing with that, though, couldn't they just run away? He's not going very fast. I'm just kidding. No, Florida's a wild place. Like, I don't know if you remember the time that guy tripped on bath salts and ate somebody's face. I straight up thought there was going to be a zombie apocalypse, bro. Like, nobody does that.
Yeah.
Florida men do that, apparently.
Yeah. Remember when bath salts were fucking legal? You just go to any head shop and just buy bath salts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And K2.
K2 is honestly pretty wild.
I've never done it, I don't think. I mean, it's possible I've smoked it over the years. I've smoked a lot of fucking weed.
I've never done it, but I've heard stories like Patriots are my favorite football team. There was this guy, what the fuck was his name? Not Jamie Collins. Anyways, like, I can't think of his name. Okay. He smoked K2.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what the fuck happened before this? But basically, he wound up at a police barracks with his shirt off, like, on the ground, like, crying.
Oh, no.
He got removed from the Patriots. I can tell you that. He was a good-ass player. It's just, like, K2 is just kind of a scary drug because you never know exactly what you're going to get into with it.
Yeah, no, I know somebody that was addicted to K2 for a little bit, and it's not great.
No, it's, like, synthetic. Like, you never know what you're getting.
Yeah. But, yeah, as far as the whole, like, setting up the gym and shit, dude, I'm really looking forward to all that. And I'm also really setting up my room here. I think, like, I don't know, I've dropped probably $500-600 into my room thus far, and I've got $1,400 worth of stuff on the way. But, I don't know, the thing about that is, like, it's a lot of money, but it's all, like, shit I've been wanting to do for years. I finally have the money and space to do it. And, like, I feel like I hang out in my room a considerable amount of time. You know, like, if I was constantly out doing shit, I probably wouldn't drop that much money in my room. But it's like, this is where I work on my book. My podcast studio is currently in my room. And this is where I do all of my online school. And I also hang out in my room a fair amount. I intend to be out about doing a lot more shit soon this summer, but I'm excited, dude. Like, I think it'll be pretty fucking lit. It's gonna be a nice setup.
Yeah, it's going to be the perfect kind of building block for what we were talking about earlier, doing the 46s.
Oh, yeah.
So that's also why I wanted to do the dive, because being a 46er is kind of, well, I'll explain. People that don't live in New York, there's 46 high peaks.
Are they all in New York?
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was just all in the Adirondacks.
Well, I thought the Adirondacks were mostly in New York, though.
I think they are mostly in New York, but there might be a couple in Vermont.
Probably, yeah. Actually, that sounds about right.
I think they're like in Vermont and New York.
I think like Stone Mountain is one of them.
Oh, it's like a skiing mountain.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always kind of wanted to do the 46ers, but yeah, it's like the 46 highest peaks of the Adirondacks, and I've technically already climbed one, Goodnow Mountain.
I've done one myself. I've done Poco Moonshine.
See, I did half of Poco, and it made me not want to do the other half. But now, like, I want to, obviously. But
I'd have to imagine that Poco is one of the steeper mountains on that 46 list. Because that's a really steep fucking hike.
The absolute, like, highest and steepest is Mount Marcy, so that's probably going to be our last.
Oh, that one's like a 10-hour hike, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to make a whole day out of it. Whole 2 days, probably. We probably have to get to the peak and then get somewhere close enough to the fucking ground where we can camp. But no, I think Mount Marcy should probably be one of the last ones we do. I'd like to work our way up.
Yeah, dude, we should, like, maybe hike a few of them, like, this summer or something. But I'm telling you, dude, like, if we set ourselves up, like, financially and obviously physically to be able to do it, I should be taking summer classes and whatnot, so I should be graduating school on time in 4 years with 2 4-year degrees and a 2-year degree. Should feel like a pretty gnarly accomplishment, but I want to fucking do all 46 in one summer. Because like, it wouldn't necessarily just be the summer. Like, we start in May. So we'd have from the beginning of May to the end of August. So I'll be graduating school next May. So yeah, I think next May I'll be graduating school. So we can take the entire summer, dude, if we like really set up our finances well, and then or we'll be able to take time and do it, and then set up our physical health and shit pretty well. Like, that'd be a pretty gnarly fucking accomplishment, dude. Do all 46 mountains in 4 months.
Yeah, there's that. I mean,
because there's 46 mountains, and we'd have 16 weeks if we gave ourselves 4 months, right? So let's do some quick math here. We have 46 divided by 16, so that's 2.8 mountains a week. So like, we'd have to do some weeks with 2 mountains and some weeks with 3. Like, some of these mountains are relatively close. Like Poco's like only an hour and a half probably. Maybe not even. Some of them are gonna be pretty far, and some of them are gonna be, long ass fucking hikes. Like Poco's, like, if you're really cruising, like, you probably hike that all the way to the top in like hour and a half.
Yeah, but I'd say about
probably like
2 hours. Closer.
Probably like 2.5 hours in total, there and up and down. And then a lot of these you have the driving and shit too. But we take like some weeks where we do 2 mountains, some weeks where we do 3. But even though, like, you can still work and shit, and do most of those mountains. It's just like, we just have to work like 4 days a week and have like 3 days off every week, and then just climb a bunch of mountains on our days off.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool. Eventually, yeah, dude, I want to get into some extreme athletic shit myself. That's why I'm taking a lot of the steps that I'm taking now to really get into with this diet and lose some weight, get the cardio build up. And then I'm going to really start working out and doing a lot of shit outside over summer. And then my biggest thing is sticking with it over winter. It's pretty hard over winter up here. But by then our gym should be fully complete, so we'll actually have a gym in our fucking house, which makes it a lot easier. I should be back on campus next semester, so I'll actually be walking around on campus and shit, which will be helpful. But I think I'd like to do the 46s. That would be pretty sweet. But I really want to get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've heard a lot of good things about that. And it's nice to be able to know how to defend yourself really well.
Self-defense is...
And then I really want to get into parkour, man. Like, that's always been like a fucking dream of mine. And
you've been interested in parkour for a while now.
Yeah, dude. And I started doing a little bit of parkour when I was like really in my prime, but I unfortunately things kind of went south with COVID and everything. And I'm way too out of shape to be doing any type of parkour now. But then that's the thing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the 46ers, and parkour, is a lot of that is just insane fucking endurance and cardio.
Yeah.
Insane endurance and cardio. And we can get there eventually, you just gotta really fucking work towards it, and like, you gotta stay on your shit.
Yeah, I think that's our main thing, is we have to hold each other accountable and really stay to it, because...
Well, I think this diet will be a pretty good jump start, and then after that we don't necessarily go back to eating like garbage, but we can actually eat, like burgers and fucking
want, yeah.
Spaghetti here and there, and like fucking, not like just these healthy ass foods, but we should still incorporate a lot of these healthy foods into our weekly diet after this.
I'm planning on it, yeah.
But this is mostly just like, and I think I'm probably going to I might end the diet with the 2-month diet with a 2-day fast again. Do like a 2-day water fast, the diet for like 2 months, and then another 2-day water fast, and then back to whatever. And I'm probably still going to intermittent fast afterwards too. Because the thing about intermittent fasting is like, it's really effective, but the thing is that when you stop intermittently fasting, you gain a lot of weight back. I mean, that's not entirely true. Like, if you're still eating really healthy and still, like, working out and shit. But, it's just like, you will gain weight back pretty easily if you stop intermittent fasting. That is one downfall about intermittent fasting.
Honestly, there's a lot of like weight loss kind of not gimmicks, but styles that kind of lead to that.
Yeah. No, dude, it's really easy to like gain the weight back and shit, and like I don't know, I'm kind of kicking myself in the fucking ass, dude. Like for letting myself get back up this high in weight. So I was all the way down to 185. I'm currently at 275. So I'm trying to lose 90 pounds by the end of summer, which is also a pretty hefty fucking feat, but I think I can manage. My dad was like really unhealthy, dude. Like hypertensive, like borderline diabetes, like really obese. And this man did it during fucking COVID while not fucking working. And dude, he lost. Fuck, man. I don't know how much weight he lost, but he lost a lot of weight, dude. I was like, holy fuck. Like, I think he lost like 100 pounds or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah, in like 6 months, dude. And like I weigh more than my fucking dad now.
I'm not there yet, but I kind of just see. I'm 6'5".
Yeah, that's another thing. You are very tall.
So I was 200 when I was 11 years old.
No shit.
Like I hit that 200 threshold when I was 11. So since I've been 11 to 23, I've really only gained 90, give or take, pounds. But I'm trying to get back down to 240. The last time I was 240 was probably about 10th grade.
Oh shit.
So if I can get back down to that, I will be 100% happy, man.
Dude, I remember when I got below 200 for the first time. Like, I hadn't been 200 since like 8th, 9th grade, somewhere in there. And I remember like going to, because I have younger brothers, so like my parents would like save a lot of my clothes and shit. So I remember going to my parents and going through like all my middle school clothes and shit. And I remember pulling out like fucking like Minecraft shirts that I wore in like 7th or 8th grade that like fit me as like 19, 20 years old. And I'm just like, holy fucking shit, dude.
No, honestly, I mean, you've seen how much clothes I have, right?
I have a lot of clothes. A lot of them don't fit me.
You've seen my collection.
Yeah.
The reason I have so many clothes is because, like I said, I haven't really gained too much weight since then. And it's like, I'm not a hoarder, but I have problems getting rid of clothes because it's like, oh, I'll wear that, you know. I'll wear it once for a year. I don't look at it that way, though. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll wear that. I really have to cut down on how many clothes I have because you've seen it, man. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. Well, yeah, dude, I have a lot of clothes too, man. But my thing that sucks right now is like when I lost a lot of weight, I ordered like some sick ass clothes. Like I don't you must remember this one shirt I had. It was a shirt of fucking Elon Musk. It was the picture of him smoking the joint from the Rogan Experience, but the smoke like billowed up into like a fucking galaxy and shit. And I have some other like pretty nice clothes and shit, but a lot of it doesn't fit me anymore. I don't know if you've noticed, but my attire has pretty much strictly been like. So when I worked at Dollar General, I had to I had to wear black shirts. So my entire attire right now is just like, that's like pretty much all that fits me. Like, that's what I'm wearing right now is a black sleeveless, but I just wear like a literally all black t-shirt and then like pants, like whatever I have for pants. So it's like I don't know, I wear nice hats and shit. I've got a lot of hats, but I'm trying to actually wear nicer clothes and shit. But I don't want to invest in like nice clothes now because I'm like, if I'm trying to lose weight, then they're not gonna fit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trust me, I know exactly what you mean. So I had lost pretty much. I was down to around 270, 280, and I had gotten a goal of mine. Like it sounds kind of fucking gay, I'll be honest, skinny jeans, but I've always kind of had that kind of want to wear them.
Okay. And
feel confident with it. And there was a minute where I had these black skinny jeans upstairs that fit me perfectly. They were fucking 36s. I haven't been to 36s since I was 9th grade, maybe.
Oh shit.
And I was wearing them every day. I tried them on the other day. They don't fit.
Damn. I've been there. I feel that. That's another thing too with like, especially if we start working out and shit. Not so much now with this diet. We're gonna be seeing probably a lot of weight loss. But eventually we're gonna like bottom out. We're not losing a ton of weight, and like it's very easy to get discouraged when looking at the scale and shit. I don't know how much you've like really dieted and like worked out and shit.
See, I've worked out. I don't diet though.
Yeah, combination of both.
Because diet is like 90% of it too.
Yeah. But there will be a point where, like, especially if you're really working out and you're not losing a lot of weight, that's why I have that thing we were fucking around with the other night where you wrap it around your arm or your waist and shit and you can take measurements. That'll help too, because if your waist is shrinking but your biceps are fucking growing and you're maintaining weight, like, that's not really a bad thing. Like, yeah, you're not losing weight per se, but you're bulking up, gaining muscle and shit.
Yeah,
Which
see,
is
I
good
wouldn't
and healthy
mind.
and attractive.
I wouldn't mind slimming down and then gaining more weight, but the weight would be muscle.
Right. Yeah, dude. I want to be like a lean 185. But it is for me. Like everybody's metabolism is different. Everybody's height is different. There's no end all be all one thing that works for everybody. But I know for me, like being 185 is like pretty hard for me to maintain. Not impossible, definitely doable, but it's not the easiest feat for me to maintain 185. Like I don't think that I could really go much lower than that. I mean, I probably could, but I think that's where I want to kind of rest at.
Yeah, I'd say like around the 200 threshold would be good.
Even if I got to 185 and then I somehow like got super fucking jacked. And I was like 200, like I'd be cool with that, you know.
Yeah, because I think
The big thing isn't even necessarily weight loss for me. It's just health and not having man tits. But man tits is part of weight loss.
Yeah, we were talking about this, like how both of us have pretty much no confidence.
Right.
And I think that'll help us a lot. Slimming down, being more toned, and also just having a good mindset about it.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things. We'll break down what you're saying. So I'm not going to say I have no confidence right now.
I have no confidence.
The thing about confidence is that a lot of it is in your head.
And that's another thing with anxiety is that can also play a key factor in confidence because you start overthinking every little thing you do. Right.
And having a less of a pessimistic, more optimistic attitude, having a general outlook. Like, I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast the other night that, like, really kind of opened my eyes, right? And it was this guy, like, saying pretty much, like, he was talking about, like, this guy that had to, like, drive, like, a fuck ton to, like, work. He was, like, a comic or some shit. And, like, he would drive, like, several hours to get to his job, like, do this comedy act, like, a couple times a week. And as opposed to, like, being like, I gotta fucking drive all the time, it's just like, oh, this is what I'm doing now. Like, I'm just driving, like, whatever. Like, just shit like that helps.
Yeah, no, I actually saw something. It kind of relates. It was kind of like you have to stop thinking about the negative what ifs and think about the positive what ifs. And since I've done that, man, like, my life has honestly changed. Like, if you think, oh, this isn't going to happen because of this, or you think, no, this is going to happen because of this.
Right.
And if it doesn't go your way, I mean, move on.
Another thing is, like, limiting expectations. Like, I try to go into things without, like, crazy expectations, and I try not to have insane expectations of myself. Like, I'll set goals, and sometimes my goals are a bit much, but I'm not, like, necessarily like expecting that I'm gonna 100% like crush this goal, so I try not to have insanely high expectations on myself. And one thing I really thought about, so like after we wrote up all the items in this fucking food list and shit, and part of me was like, I'm excited to do this diet, but at the same time I'm like, this is gonna be kind of difficult, like, it is what it is. But I really thought about it, right? And I'm thinking to myself, dude, like, I fucking hate beer, dude. I hate the taste of beer. But how often am I willing to drink beer to get fucked up? Like, why is it so hard then to, like, eat some
Not even
food.
just
Eat
beer.
some food. Yeah, even smoking weed's not.
Well,
You
no,
learn
but,
to
like,
enjoy it.
It's
But
any alcohol in general just doesn't taste good, you know.
yeah, yeah. But dude, so it's like, what is it to like eat some food I don't really like to get health benefits? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you think about it like that, it's
a
like
win-win
that kind of like really made me think. I'm like, holy shit.
It's a win-win scenario because one, it's better for your health, and two, I don't know how accurate it is, but I read something that healthy foods, 100% of the time, will leave you feeling more full than you would off junk food.
Yeah, they will, and a lot of this shit you're not gonna have like an afternoon crash either. I don't know if you experience afternoon crashes. And another thing too with confidence, we talked about like the anxiety aspect. Also, just health in general. When I say health, I like to break down health into 3 factors. Whenever I talk about health personally, I talk about it in terms of physical, financial, and mental health.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, we've talked. You've heard me talk about that before, but that's kind of how I generally like to break down health, and I think being in good health in general
There's a balance of all 3.
is a balance of all 3. And I think just being in good health gives you really good confidence. And for me, like, so I know when I lost a lot of weight and I was at 185, like, my confidence was like through the roof, dude. Like, it was pretty up there. And then my confidence really kind of dipped down with the whole COVID thing, gaining a bunch of weight and shit. But now that we've got a pretty nice place. We've got a place that I'm pretty proud of. It's the first time I feel like we've had that.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect, and then I'm not saying I'm a big baller or anything like that. I mean, but I have, I've done certain things to make sure that I have a fair amount of money, and I'm able to buy some cool shit. So just having money now like has boosted my confidence, not to the same level that I was when I was in really good physical health. I think financial health is a bit lower than physical and mental health on the
See, I agree.
on the scheme of health.
I agree, but I also think like there's a saying, money can't buy happiness. But
Absolutely.
I 100% disagree with that.
I
100% disagree with that. Money could fix every one of my problems right now.
Yes and no.
I wouldn't be stressed if I had unlimited money, though. There would still be some kind of void. Don't get me wrong, but all the stress I have right now would just be gone.
Right, money can't buy happiness, but money can alleviate anxiety.
Yeah, and I think anxiety for me is just not happiness, so in a way it really can, man.
Yeah, like, and that's where I'm at too, because, like, that's why it's like, dude, I kind of piss away money all the time. I mean, I'm trying to save a fair amount of money and put myself ahead and shit, but I'm not super materialistic, and, like, I don't know, like, I've never, like, been super poor, but I've also never been rich either, by any means, but I don't know, like, I just don't really super value money in the way that a lot of people do.
Another reason I say money can buy happiness, I was a lot happier when I was 10 and my family couldn't afford shit than I am now. Nowadays I'm working a full-time job and I have the money to support myself, but at what cost? My mental health.
Right, no, yeah, dude, and, like, that's the thing about working that's kind of fucked up, but, and I feel you, man, because, like, we were talking the other night, like, I'm not saying I'm not happy right now, like, right now, in this point in time, like, I am truly happy.
I'd say you're
content. No, I'm definitely happy, don't get me wrong, definitely pretty happy.
For me, then, I'd say I'm content. I'm not happy, I'm not where I want to be.
Right.
Per se, but I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
I can definitely at least tell that.
But for me, dude, so, like, I told you the other night, my peak point of happiness, I think, in my entire life was summer of 2019. And the thing is, I was in better physical health then, for sure. Mental health is roughly about the same. Like, I don't really necessarily know how to accurately judge my mental health at any given point in time. But, I think, like, back then, like, don't get me wrong, I had a little bit of money to fuck around with, but, like, I didn't have money in the stock market. I didn't have like a super nice place. I don't have the type of money that I have now. Like I have a lot more money now than I did in 2019, and like I'm saying, I was 1,000% a lot happier in 2019. And that's not to say that I'm not happy right now. I'm definitely happy right now, but like I said, I think happiness has a lot to do with balance of just everything. And I think another aspect, too, of confidence is achievements and accomplishments. So, like, I think, like, if you have, like, I don't know, like, for example, like, if you just sit around and, like, play a video game all day, like, you're not going to have a high confidence because, like, you know, winning a couple games isn't really, like, an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Versus if you were, like, a live streamer or some shit and you had, like, 1 million subscribers,
Subscriber goal.
that's, like, an insane accomplishment that's going to, like, boost your confidence. So a lot of confidence, too, comes from, I think, just accomplishing
Kind
shit.
of being proactive.
Proactive and, just, I don't know, getting out there and, like, doing shit.
Yeah.
But, like, and I think, you know, that has a lot to do with confidence, but, like, also, like, you know, having friends isn't necessarily a great achievement or anything like that. Like, a lot of people have friends, but I think, you know, having a good amount of friends is a good part of happiness. So confidence and happiness kind of go hand in hand, but they're also a bit different. But I think they can sometimes be relatively intertwined. But I think that's why, like, I think, dude, by the time I graduate school, I think my confidence will low-key be, like, through the roof. Because I'll have good money, I'll be in good physical health, I'll have 2 degrees, or, well, 3 degrees, 2 4-year degrees and a 2-year degree. And then if we do those 46ers in a summer, dude, fuck, like, I'm probably be high on life at that point, like... I don't know, do you ever get, like, waves where you're just, like, you're completely, like, high as fuck on just life?
Yes and no. I'll be honest, since I've experimented with drugs, my receptors, like, for dopamine and inhibitors, like, they aren't as strong. So when I used to be completely happy. When I was a kid, I was fine. Like, I never had any kind of mental shit. And so I've reached about, honestly, since I graduated, a lot of people say high school was, like, shit for them. It was shit for me in the way of school goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never had that kind of, like, consistent, like, friends you see every day, you know, like, since that my balance has kind of been off. I never really had that experience that, like, high school was shit, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And, like, I'm sorry, could you repeat what you said?
What I said?
Yeah. I just lost myself.
What the? I don't remember what the
I was
fuck
gonna
I
tie it
said.
back in, but, like,
I said something about...
you asked me a question. I just cannot remember what question it was. I was gonna tie it.
No, I don't think I asked you a question. I said something along the lines of accomplishments leading to confidence, maybe?
I don't know. Wait. Pause real quick. Wait, you asked a question.
Alright, dude, yeah, I remember, bro. I did ask you a question, actually. I asked you if you ever get, like, high on life.
Okay, yeah, so, like I was saying, like, in high school, I felt like I was more high on life because at the time I wasn't doing drugs. I was just kind of living my life, and I was content with where it was going. Because back in high school, I had all these visions of how life was going to be.
Mm.
But I feel like as I've become older, I've become less high on life because you find out the way the world really works.
Oh, I noticed that too, man. Like, I'll talk about, like, my experiences, like, being high on life and shit in a second, but I noticed that too because, like, there's a big, like, judgment towards, like, drug dealers and shit, and, like...
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Don't get me wrong, like, I don't...
I was 100% in this.
I'm not really gonna state my feelings on drug dealers or anything, but just societally, like, as a whole, like, being a drug dealer is, you know, people are, like, frown upon that. And And that's somewhat rightly so, but the thing about that I realized, dude, is like, in our area, bro, like, there's a lot of people that deal drugs or weed or vapes or whatever that just have random side hustles, some that are legal, some that are illegal, right? But, dude, to fucking, like, work in our area, like, the only jobs in this general area are, like, restaurants and, like, factories and shit. But, dude, like, if you work at a factory...
You're doing the same thing every day.
Yeah, one, you're doing the same thing every day. But, like, dude, you can't afford to live, dude. Like, it's very rare that you find a one-bedroom for anything less than $700. And if you do, chances are you're probably going to have to drive.
And that's around here, too.
And that's around here, dude.
Things are pretty cheap in Plattsburgh, for housing, at least.
Yeah,
compared to cities?
Compared to other places, yeah, but just in general. I'm using our area specifically.
Think of, like, a city person.
Right.
They're not going to be able to afford that. I mean,
yeah,
well, they would afford $700.
Like, yeah,
their price is now
to afford
$1,200.
like a one-bedroom apartment, dude. In most places in this country,
you need at least $16 an hour. Well, 15 upwards.
Yeah, dude, it's just not really that fucking doable. And like, some people just aren't built to live with fucking roommates. Like, I think we do a pretty good job. I talked about a lot of that on the last podcast with my buddy Brandon. Just like roommates and just different things, but. Like, and we work our shit out, you know, we're doing pretty good with everything, but, like, dude, if say I wanted to just live by myself in a one-bedroom apartment, I wouldn't really be able to afford it working 40 hours a week at a $13 an hour job. Like, I just probably wouldn't really be able to afford it, especially, and you're just talking rent, dude, like, and that's especially, what if you have a fucking car payment?
Car payment, phone bill, food, Wi-Fi,
yeah, like,
internet, like...
Shit's fucking expensive, dude, like...
It adds up, bro. Like,
yeah, so it's like...
And they're, with that calculation of $15 an hour, they're only taking into account rent, too. Rent and, like, car payment.
Yeah, dude, so it's like... I just, like... That's why it's like, as I got older, and you kind of see the way the world really works, like... I'm not saying that I, like, respect drug dealers or anything like that. I think...
You just realized what you were told.
I just realized that, like, there's societal conditions in which the ability for... The incentive to be a drug dealer outweighs the potential downfall of being a drug dealer for a lot of people. Like, that's just the way society's fucking configured. So, like... and that's not to say, like, there's other ways to get money, you know. You can go to school, maybe get a better job and shit, but, like... And also, I'm not trying to necessarily be that guy.
You're also in debt, though, if you do that.
Yeah, you're also in debt. Like, there's just, like... And some people just don't have shit for fucking opportunities, you know? So it's like... I really thought about that, like, recently, and I was just like, shit's so fucking expensive. Like, I understand now why there's so many fucking drug dealers in our area.
Yeah.
I truly understand now because a lot of them live in one-bedroom apartments that are just ridiculous to afford if you're just going to work, and it's fucking crazy. But we kind of got off on a bit of a tangent there. I was talking about being high on life, man. So I sometimes get really high on life still, without the use of drugs or anything. For me, a lot of that is writing. So, like, I know, like, for school, like, usually when I finish a paper, like, especially if it's, like, a 10-page paper or some shit, I have, like, that kind of initial, like relief, like, I'm fucking done the paper, but then I also just, like, I don't know, I can just get, like, this sense of just, like, this rush of, like, energy and just, like, hypeness from, like, writing a paper, which that's part of why I'm writing a book. Stephen King himself talks about that. How he said, like, writers catch a buzz from writing. He was, like, joking around and shit. And he was like, most writers actually do catch a buzz, but, like, they also, you know, writers get fucked up, but they also, you know, catch a buzz from writing. So I kind of get that from writing sometimes. And then also, like, the last song I made too, which wasn't crazy. But, dude, I might play that. Do you want to listen to that?
Sure.
I haven't listened to it in a fucking minute. Will you pause?
Before we go off on this, I just want to say, like, since I've done, like, those drugs, though, I can't really say I've had that kind of sense of accomplishment. Like, when I do...
Well, we were talking about that earlier. Like, we want to do more summer stuff this summer. Like, we
No, that's not even what I'm talking about, man. It's just, like... It takes so... One of the reasons I'm, like, so mentally unstable right now is because I don't know what it's like to be happy anymore, man. Like, since I've done those drugs, nothing else really achieves that kind of peak.
Bluetooth connected.
So something should be, oh, this is a great thing that's happening to me. I should be happy. I just don't feel anything, man. It gets to you after a certain point.
You have like a feeling of numbness and shit?
I don't feel sadness. I don't feel happiness, man. It's a brutal cycle. I wish if I could go back in time and undo those drugs, I 100% would.
Yeah, no, we've had our fair share of doing a lot of drugs. I've experienced something similar, you know. I'm like, I still can kind of get high on life sometimes, but there's definitely certain things where like I feel like I should be super stoked, and I'm just like,
before.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, man, cool. Or it's just like something really bad will happen, and I'm kind of just like, I should be really like
honestly, if I'm being honest, dude, the
like,
happiest I've actually felt in a while was magnet fishing today.
No shit.
Like, I actually felt like I was...
I've experienced that a few times, actually. I really enjoyed being out in Stony Point, but I've found, like, being out in nature, dude, just, like...
It kind of resets your mind frame.
Brings me fucking joy and peace, dude.
Because I think we were meant as humans to live in nature. Like, we weren't meant for all this bougie, like, DoorDash shit, like, convenience at our fingertips. We're meant to be survivalists. And that's why I think that's the reason we feel fucking happy in nature, because that's our home.
Yeah. No, I've experienced, like, obviously I talked about, like, I've been the most happy in 2019, but the most peaceful I've ever felt, right? Which I experienced a bit of that today. I felt really peaceful when we were out on the fucking Stony Point there. But the most peaceful I've ever felt, and I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but my buddy, probably about a year ago, brought me to a bog out. It was like an hour south of here. And the whole time, like, I was really confused. It wasn't Paul Smith's. No, I've been to that one, though. But it was in Tupper Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the whole time we're on our way there, he's talking about this waterfall that you can slide down. And I was, like, really... I wasn't picturing what we actually, like, went to. But it was like a little waterfall, and you could, like, sit down and slide down a fucking waterfall, dude. And then, like, you're in, like, a fucking pool of water, and, there's, like, this big rock, like, in the middle of, like, this fucking, like, pond of water. And you slide down this waterfall, and then you float over to this rock, and, like, I was just, like, standing, like, back up against this rock, kind of like lean back a little bit, like lean my torso back a little bit, put my hands on my head, and just lean back a little bit, and I look up in the sky, dude, it's just a beautiful sunny fucking day, and there's just water's just moving all around me. I'm just like, I don't know, just hearing the waterfall, birds are fucking chirping, dude, like, and I was high on weed, don't get me wrong, which that helps with nature too, mushrooms and weed, but, I was pretty stoned, but, like, that being said, like, being in nature, like, in that scenario, like, I just never in my life have I felt more anxiety-free and just
like we were saying, it kind of resets your mind frame. Like,
yeah.
You're back to bare necessities, like...
Yeah, no, being outdoors is fucking great, man. And that's part of, like, the fucking depressional aspect here, dude, is, like... You can be outside in the winter and shit, dude, but I really don't fuck with the cold. I don't fuck with the snow. I don't fuck with the ice. I don't like skiing. I don't like snowboarding. So it's just like, and I'm not really big on, like, snowmobiling. I'm just not huge on, like, outdoor winter activities. Like, I love being outside. It's just not really for any of the winter ones. So it's like, for somebody like me, it's, like, really hard to, like, get outside and enjoy myself for a good 6 months out of the fucking year up here.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I have a different reason for not liking winter. I used to go sledding with my father all the time, and one time I didn't wear gloves, so I got frostbitten, and that shit, literally as soon as you get in the cold, it stings. So that's the main reason I hate winter nowadays. But I do get kind of what you're saying, like, just being cold is just like...
I broke my tailbone sledding.
Really?
I didn't tell you about that?
No.
So, my dad was on a four-wheeler, and he was pulling me in a sled, and we hit, like, this little patch of ice, and it was just, like, a really little, like, ramp. Like, it wasn't even, like, a ramp, like, it was just, like, a bump. Yeah, like a bump, yeah. And, I fucking go up in the air a little bit, and, like, the sled slid out from underneath me by the time I fell back down, and I hit my fucking tailbone on some ice, dude. Broke my tailbone when I was, like, really young, dude. I was in, like, 2nd or 3rd grade. And, I got made fun of so fucking much after that, dude. Because for a good couple months, man, I had to have this ass pillow that I brought with me for every fucking class, dude. Like, it fucking sucked, bro. Like, because it was, like, a pillow that was, like, a ramp. And then, like, it was, like, really thick cushion, like, right where your tailbone is. And then right where you, like, normally sit, like, the bottom of, like, your ass, it was, like, no, like, cushion. Like, it was, like, at an angle. And then there's, like, a cutout for where your tailbone is. Because, like, you can't put any pressure on your fucking tailbone when you break it. Like, that shit hurts. To sit like I'm sitting now, like, just on a chair, like, I couldn't do it. So I had to have, like, this special fucking pillow, dude. But, like, I mean, you know how kids are, bro. Like, it was fucking rough. But anyways, I want to play this song. If I've played it on the podcast before, I apologize. I don't think I have. This song is my first attempt at singing. And, like, don't get me wrong, this could have been edited more. Like, I'm not really taking the whole song thing retardedly serious. But, we're talking about being high on life. I really... honestly was like kind of high on life after making this song. Like I don't know why. I just really fuck with this song. And this is not a beat that I made. I will leave it fucking tag to the beat below. I'll also leave it tagged to my SoundCloud below as well. And Chase has got some shit on Spotify. I'll leave it tagged to his shit too. Just listen, viewers. I hope you guys enjoy this. I love making this song.
This life is a rock. It can be hard to walk. Every day snow. It can be hard to talk. Wearing masks for show. It can be hard to stop. Wearing lines that blow. It can be hard to drop. Left for a hop. It can be hard to buy. Money running low. It's hard to know when you gotta let go. If you need some help, maybe you should ask. This life is a bridge, easy to cross, moving through the trench, easy to blow, hit 'em in the head, easy to stop, lying in your bed, easy to fall when you're off the meds, easy to shut up, to get deep in debt, alien concept for most to know. If you need some help, baby, you should ask. You're not alone on this well-traveled road.
Honestly, like, it needs some work. It needs some touch-up. It's not professionally edited or anything like that. It did take me a fair amount of attempts to actually, like, sing that. I'm not a singer by any means. Yeah. Play whatever you feel like fucking playing, man. Chase wants to play one of his as well.
Talk about it, bro.
What's up?
What you talk about it, though?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, like, I just, I don't know. Like I just really had fun making that song, and like I said, like it's just one of the times recently that I felt pretty high on life. Do you ever get like that with music yourself? I know you fuck
I
with music
have
and shit.
2 songs that have ever made me feel that way. I'm about to play one of them.
Play them both, dude.
Alright.
And then I want to play my favorite song we've made together as well.
Okay.
Unless it's one of the songs you play.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, so this is actually my most recent song.
Is this on Spotify?
Yeah, this is the one song I haven't bought.
Word. Tell them your Spotify. I'm gonna leave it in the description as well, but just tell them.
It's just Dunbeezy, Dunbeeezy.
Word.
Yeah, so this is the one song I have on there called "Lose Myself." I started out basically just making a guitar riff to it, and then I just made lyrics for it. I was gonna make it longer, and trust me, I know it's kind of a short song, but I kind of felt some kind of attraction to the simplicity of it.
Ooh, okay. Sometimes simple is good, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to overdo it, so I'll just play it. Yeah.
This is you singing and playing guitar, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be vibing, shorty said she wanna slide in on my 40, yeah, I got it, yeah, you know I put that time in, yeah. Yeah, you know I put that time in, I put that time in. So fuck me, I'm trapped again, can't get out this time. Just a girl in my dreams, and my nightmares, I saw her death is now. So set me free before I lose myself. Before I lose myself, will you put me through hell?
So that's one.
I like it, man. You
With
played
that
that for me
song-
before. It's just a really good song.
With
man.
that song, I'm so all my previous attempts at making music has all been kind of rap, and I kind of like it's been done before, like blending rock and hip hop. But I would like to do more of what I just played, like that kind of style. Like I have a lot easier time if I make the whole song myself versus if I find a beat on YouTube. Because then I can kind of capture what emotion I want in the beat itself.
Right.
So yeah, I'll play. Where's your SoundCloud? I'll play the other song that's ever made me feel like really accomplished. Okay, so this one is called "Let You Down."
This sounds like a Lil Peep type beat.
He made a version of this.
Oh, did he? Oh, shit.
I don't think I'm gonna make it now. This trust got me falling on the ground. I turned to you, but now I hear no sound. Always knew that I would let you down. I don't think I'm gonna make it now. This trust got me falling on the ground. I turned to you, but now I hear no sound. Always knew that I would let you down. You take from me, I give you more. I never wanna let you go. Yeah, now you know my heart is broke. Feeling like my love's a joke. They say if you love something, let it go. But you didn't come back, and you just went ghost. Yeah, you just went ghost. All by myself, but I guess it's how it goes. Yeah, I guess it's how it goes. You acting fucking hard, they say you acting hella cold, ayy. falling on the ground. I turned to you, but now I hear no sound. Always knew that I would let you down. I don't think I'm gonna make it now. It's just coming falling on the ground. I turned to you, but now I hear no sound. Always knew that I would let you down. Yeah. Some real popular shit right here. We're taking over.
Pause it right there.
Upwork has the world's largest network of independent.
Fucking ads.
Yeah. So
Go back to your SoundCloud. Before I have you play it, can you guess my favorite song we've ever made together?
my guess would be Not Fine.
Hey, that's the one. Play it up. I thought you were gonna guess Terminal Sex, to be honest. I enjoyed that one as well, but Not Fine was very fine.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Let me operate your phone. Alright.
I feel your struggle, dude. I try to use your phone and I can't operate it at all. You have an iPhone. I've got the Pixel 3.
Oh no, it's not on my profile anymore.
It's not?
Hold up.
Go to my SoundCloud.
No, it's on mine. We'll play the terminal section while we figure this out.
Okay. We can do that. I think Terminal Sex wasn't even my best rap verse. I think it's your best rap
that's
verse.
by far my best.
I think my
verse.
best rap verse was Death
No
by
Romance.
Dishonor. No, Death by Dishonor.
I really like your version of Romance too.
Just play a bunch of our songs. I'm vibing with it, man.
I ain't tripping, but I'm still I got my
This is a remix of Terminal Sex by Puya. This is the actual chorus, but Chase is singing it.
couple hoes when I pull up to my show. My enemies trying to set me on the low. I ain't tripping, but I'm still I got my bros.
It should be all safe after this one. I privated all my stuff.
Couple commas in my bank account for
I
sure.
literally just had 2 songs.
I got rid of my earliest songs too.
I had 2 songs up.
My earliest shit was whack, dude.
I have to agree. I'll be real with you. I didn't fuck with Zannies and Trannies.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
I once made a song called Zannies and Trannies.
Never really had support. People said rap needs a core. Parents wish I played more sports. Rap should have been my last resort. Thinking to myself, should I abort? Kids said I get no intercourse. I said I fuck is that. Now I'm at my best. Spitting terminal sex. Never cease to impress. But they hate that I'm best. I'm like,
I do like that, dude.
Never should have doubted myself. Send you a card that says get well. Cause I went to school with a bunch of retards. I wrote you all by. Yeah,
Dude, my voice sounds so different. This song was like 4 or 5 years ago. Holy shit.
Burn in hell. These my last regards. Hoping that you burn in hell. Hoping that you burn in hell.
Yeah.
Your rap verse are coming up. Whoa.
See with the flow, but you know I be heating up just like I'm cooking on the stove. I might say I'm underrated and you looking outdated and I'm feeling kind of faded. Got no time for the hatred. People get involved when they see you on your way up. Fuck that shit, block it like a layup. Got no time for these little fucks. Don't come at me looking mad sus. Cause I got the inspiration and I got the dedication and I'm working every night and I ain't taking no vacations. I just wanna say I made it, so I'm trapping up the basement, walking down this road and I wish that I paved it.
I think that's my best verse.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever topping that.
Play Not Fine next. That's my favorite song we've ever made together. We remixed a lot of Puya and a lot of J. Cole.
For good reasons. They have good beats.
Couple commas in my bank account for sure. Diamonds dancing, but
So this is Not Fine.
This is just like a little peep type beat, right?
Yeah. I think this song has meshed together the best out of every song we made. Like it feels like a full song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
down this road I go, doing show after show, another line to blow. I'm alright. Down this
road I go, fuck everybody I know. Is this city my home? I'm not fine. Down this road I go, doing show after show. Another line to blow, I'm alright. Down this road I go, fuck everybody I know. Is this city my home? I'm not right.
Feeling like I'm trapped inside a cage. All my life I've been told I gotta change. Don't tell me how to live my life, that's not your fucking fight. Gotta come from deep down inside. Feeling like I sold myself. Lately I've been trapped in hell. Time to regain my mental health. Didn't think it'd be the one I live with to put me through this pain, to fill me up with rage, thinking in my brain. Time for me to change. Should I flip the page?
Don't wanna die alone. I'm better on my own. Fuck my life, I can say I tried to hide the pain deep inside. Down this road I go, doing show after show. Another line to blow, I'm alright. Down this road I go, fuck everybody I know. Is this city my home? I'm not fine. Down this road I go, doing show after show. Another line to blow, I'm alright. Down this road I go, fuck everybody I know. Is this city my home? I'm not fine.
I thought about it, dude. The best rap verse I've ever had was the last song we made together. I think it's on my
I think
SoundCloud.
so.
Lone Wolf.
Before we move on, I would just like to say, like, I think my chorus, if Lil Peep heard that, I think he would be proud of that. Like, I think that
Was beautiful.
a straight Lil Peep verse. Like, that
Before
chorus.
we move on, dude, I read something fucking powerful the other day, right? So it was this guy posted this thing. He was like, "I'm 52 years old," right? And he like,
What was that?
don't
I
fucking
played
know.
Let You Down on accident.
But this guy was
I can't close
52
it.
years old.
I can't close it. I don't know what's happening with your phone, but
I got it. So this guy was 52 years old, right? And he posted a thing, and he was like, he pretty much was saying how he always encouraged his son to like keep an open mind to things, and like especially music and just different things, right? And his son tried to get him to like listen to Mac Miller, and he was like, "Fuck that! Like fuck that guy! Like I'm not listening to Mac Miller, like all this shit, right?" And then he said like his son like made him like have an open mind to it and like listen to Mac Miller. So he said he like gets home from work one day, his like son's not around, and he's like, "Fuck it," he plays some Mac Miller, and he said he just sat in his chair for an hour and a half straight and just listened to Mac Miller, and said it was like the most beautiful thing he's ever fucking heard, and he just started like bawling his eyes out, and then like his son walks in and like hugs him, and then like he was like, "My son like taught me the same lesson I taught my son to like keep an open mind to shit." And then he was like, "Rip Mac Miller, like you're a legend or some shit."
that's pretty dope.
It was like a really powerful thing I read. I
saw
was
some
like,
shit-
"Holy shit,
I saw
dude!"
some shit kind of like that. It was this old guy. He does kind of music reviews.
Mhm.
He played "Star Shopping" by Lil Peep, and he never heard Lil Peep before that. And like Lil Peep's verse kicks in, and this guy just like instantly struck with emotion. He's like, starts crying. He's like, "Fuck! I wish he never died."
Yeah, dude, that's actually
Somebody that never even knew him before that was just like, "Fuck! This guy was talented."
yeah, dude. That's actually the song I got you on your lyrical canvas there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave a link to this company down in the description for the viewers.
very
here.
good company. It's beautiful.
It's a bit pricey, but we got some lyrical canvases, and for those that don't know what a lyrical canvas is, it's a painting on a canvas, and the entire painting is made of song lyrics, and it's a picture of like a song artist. And for his birthday, he loves Lil Peep. I got him one of Lil Peep,
He's my favorite.
and I did the song "Star Shopping," and I bought one for myself. I did Milky Chance, which most people don't know who Milky Chance is, but Milky Chance is a band from Germany. And for those that don't know Milky Chance, I think
Check
you
out
do.
the cover of The Police, Roxanne.
Yes, that's very fucking good. But for those that don't know Milky Chance, I think you do. You've heard the song "Stolen Dance." It was pretty fucking huge.
We can bring it on the floor.
Never danced like this before. That's the song I got from My Lyrical Canvas. For a full size, like I think like a normal full size poster size canvas, they're like $100 a piece. But they turned out fucking amazing, and they had different ones that you could pick from, and then you just put whatever song you want. And then they had custom ones, so I literally just said Milky Chance and then told them the song. And I was just like, they're going to give me whatever the fuck they give me. And they actually sent me a preview of it ahead of time. And I was actually able to, like, tell them whether or not I fucked with it. And I actually did. They did a really great job. And they came in probably like 3 weeks after I ordered them. And I'm very, very, very impressed.
They're quality.
They are very quality. Great company. I don't know the company off the top of my head. I will definitely leave that in the description. This is a podcast you are definitely going to want to check in the description. There's a lot of good links to shit. But yeah, without further ado, this is probably my best rap verse I have ever done.
I think this is my worst rap verse. I'll just say that real quick.
I don't think so, man. I think you did a pretty good job on this one.
My worst rap verse is? Probably no role models.
I was just going to say role models, yeah. I didn't really like my verse in role models either.
That's the first part of mine. I was like, I'm a poet, and she know I'm making money just to poet.
This song is low-key depressing as fuck, dude. Like, we made this, like, towards the very end of, like, our crazy, like, drug binges.
And before this starts, before my verse starts, I was just like to specify I was very drunk when I recorded.
I think we have played this on the podcast before.
Yeah,
We're going to play it again. But we actually made this song
and then
right before the second episode of my podcast. I fucking forgot about that, dude. It's amazing. But let's play it for those that didn't watch the previous podcast.
And I was very drunk before my verse. Just keep that in mind, please.
Yeah, I wasn't super drunk. I don't think I was. I think I did everything sober. I smoked afterwards.
Can I just feel happy? I'm feeling shade, but the sun's shining at me. Feeling so alone, I'm numb down to the bone. Never had nobody gonna get it on my own.
Sick of being loner. You should come over, get less sober.
I like how we did the chorus in this one. And then we flip it at the end.
Women act like I'm the voter, but I ain't no soldier, I'm a broker. And as I'm getting older, weight stacking on my shoulder. But it's like poker, ain't a fucking folder, just don't know when to quit. And I can't catch a break, can't get over shit. So I lie awake all night long, so I gotta get baked. Grab the fucking bong, keep chugging along, feeling like a time bomb. Deep inside, feeling like I won't live long. But a piece of my mind, pray that I'm wrong. How I wanna be alive, but I also wanna die. Could be a sign of the times when they collapse like the minds. What it do to human minds, kill the damn rights. Wishing I could bounce, catch on in a fortnight. Then I lie awake for the fourth night, watching Instagram live. Revolutions taking time. Pray to God we get it right. Pray to God we make it right.
I don't see no future when I'm looking out the window. So got you on my mind, but I'm wishing I could let you go. I know you got somebody else and put me back up on your shelf. Yet I'll still be there for you when you had nobody. Still got them suicidal thoughts, but I can't let the demons get to me. Been working on my sound. I have
your rap verse was good in this. We'll talk about that.
That's why I am so cautious and I can't let it focus. And cause y'all made me nauseous. Cause now I'm trying to focus, trying to work on my grind. I got all those I'm trying to leave them behind. I got fake friends, I'm trying to leave them behind. Yeah, the perks that they hitting, they be numb in my mind. Cause I'm trying to focus, trying to work on my grind. I got old hoes, I'm trying to leave them behind. I got fake friends, I'm trying to leave them behind. Yeah, the perks that they hitting, they be numb in my mind.
Sick of being loner. You should come over, get less sober till the night is over. I'll be crying on your shoulder.
Why the fuck can I just feel happy? I'm feeling safe, but the sun's shining at me. Feeling so alone, I'm numb down to the bone. And never had nobody gonna get it on my own.
So, I think your verse was actually good in that. I think you switch up your flow, so like you had to like stop recording and then re-record, and I just don't think we like layered it in properly.
No.
A lot of these songs are kind of like rushed and not super
These are
like.
no. Let's be honest. All these songs are done in one night.
Most of them.
Written, recorded, edited in one night.
My last one that I did, the first one we played wasn't, but most of them were. Yeah.
Everyone after that has been.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're trying to get away from that, but like you're taking music a bit more serious than I am. But no, I think
actually,
it was very good. Yeah.
So what I was on about when I played Lose Myself, I've been trying to make rap because, don't get me wrong, rap is my passion. Like, I love rap. I just don't think I have a voice for rap.
Same.
So I've been
Myself.
I've been trying to make more alternative rock kind of music. Kind of go the MGK route, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to make straight punk rock. I would like to find an equal kind of blend between rap and rock that hasn't been done yet. Because you look at Lil Peep, that's rap and rock. You look at, let's say, I mean, awful example, but Limp Bizkit. I mean, that's rap and rock, you know?
Right.
I want to find an equal balance where it's kind of like, okay, there's some Joji in there, there's some Lil Peep in there, there's some fucking Iron Maiden in there, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be a kind of genre-bending artist, but, like, it's really fucking hard.
My biggest problem with music as a whole is that I'm not gonna say I'm like the best writer that ever lived or anything like that, but generally speaking, I feel like I'm a pretty fucking good writer, man. And like I can write some killer fucking lyrics, but my delivery is trash, and my voice, I also just don't have the voice
I'll be honest,
for my shit.
I'm too white to rap. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm too white to rap. I love rap, don't get me wrong. It's just I do not have the voice for it.
Yeah, I think I lack the voice and the delivery. And also, like, somewhat the patience to, like, really edit and fine-tune and shit, you know?
See, that's what I love. Okay, we were talking about getting high on life earlier. I was wrong. The only time I really ever feel high on life is when I'm either writing... no, scratch that. I do not like writing songs.
I've noticed, yeah.
I like recording/editing.
Okay.
I love editing songs.
Word.
That is my happy place.
I'd say, like, I don't necessarily get high on life from it or, like, gain an insane amount of confidence from it, but I think my happy place is shit like this, just doing the podcast, man. Talking to different people.
Endeavors.
Yeah, creative endeavors in general. And sometimes I get pretty high on life when I'm working on my book, too. But for me, like, when I feel like I get high on life from working on my book, and that's kind of true, but I think I more get that when I read part of my book to somebody. Whether or not they fuck with it, it's just like sharing my creative endeavors. Kind of gets me going sometimes. But no, I really, really enjoy the whole podcast thing, man. I'm glad you were able to hop on, dude.
Yeah, man,
Really,
it's been a good time. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. This is our last night fucking drinking together for a hot minute, you know? It's a good time. Fucking... And I'm gonna have you back on again, maybe in a month, at the very least in 2 months when we're done our diet, and we'll be able to talk about that shit.
Posting before pictures.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that too. So hopefully by the next episode, I should have video going, and then I've got I traded this kid some fucking disposable vapes for a fucking HP monitor, and fucking, yeah, so I'm gonna buy a Chromecast for that, and we'll be able to actually pull shit up. So we,
announcement.
Yeah, 1 second. So, hopefully we'll be able to pull that shit up. So Chase and I are actually, like, once a week, we're taking pictures together, no homo, with our fucking shirts off and in the mirror. And we're recording our progress over the next couple months with this diet and shit. And Chase is actually going to essentially be what Jamie is to Joe Rogan. He's going to feature in a lot of episodes and edit my shit for me and just help out with the podcast and whatnot. So I'm really looking forward to having you on a bunch and shit.
Hope you fuckers like me.
Yeah, hopefully you fuck with him. He's one of my good friends. He's been on the podcast a few times. I think our last episode we did together with Ed, I will say it was a good podcast, but we were all very drunk for that podcast. I will say that.
It was a drunk idea to make the podcast in the first place.
Yes, we got really drunk and we decided to make a podcast. But hopefully from here on out, there should be some video, and trying to stick to one podcast a week coming out on Mondays. And possibly over the summer, like once I'm done school for the summer break. I mean, I said done school for the summer break. I'm probably taking summer classes. But I might try and do 2 a week for summer. And I've got some people that are up in the area that aren't up here anytime other than summer. So might try and take advantage, do some extra podcasts and shit. And I won't go too deep into it, but I got some more professional type guests lined up, hopefully. I've got a couple professional people, and hopefully they'll hop on if things go well. I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We had a very, very good talk about just health and exercise and shit, and hopefully you guys enjoyed a bit of our music. If not, I don't fucking blame you. I hope y'all enjoy. Wish us luck on the fucking diet. Peace out, y'all.